All right, good evening. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get into it. I'm Kenyatta, the ArtKitech. On this channel, we build and destroy simultaneously, for there can be no resurrection without destruction. I'm Kenyatta, but once again, you will refer to me as Miss Kenyatta, ma'am, queen, goddess, empress, high priestess. Okay. Or whatever I tell you to refer to me as. What else? Okay, I have no enemies. Loving goodwill, taken care of within, eliminates that without. The enemies of God are defeated, but if God is the creator of both the darkness and the light, the good and the evil, then God has no enemies. All right. All right. As well, I will not tolerate anyone being disrespectful with me or anyone who genuinely supports me on this platform. All right. All right. Definitely none of that bully shit. All right. All right. We are approaching the new year, 2024. According to this current calendar we've all been subject to. Okay, and made to be subservient to and follow. All right, but anyway, there's so many things to talk about. One thing I want to say about affirmations, I call this the affirmation of self. When you have discovered, if there are people who have discovered that maybe the people, we're talking about if this was done to you with nefarious intention, okay? And even if it was, or even if it wasn't, okay, this is what I mean. The people who have discovered that people who raised them were not their biological parents, okay? But maybe, now we're not talking about like, adoption and it was all in good with good intention and all of that type of thing, and they treated you well and treated you good and told you the truth about who you are and everything, and they loved you genuinely and weren't trying to hurt you and traffic you and do all these kind of crazy ass things. Okay, we're not talking about that. Okay, we're talking about, and even if necessarily the intention maybe wasn't nefarious at first, I don't know, like my personal situation, I don't know what the intention was necessarily, but I know at least the person whose care I was left in, okay, it became nefarious. If it wasn't from the beginning, I don't know, but I damn sure if that's what it, that's damn sure what it looked like, or that's damn sure what it became. I have information about some possibilities of when I was younger, but I don't really, like younger, like a baby and toddler, that type of thing. But I'm not 100% sure. So I'm not going to speak on something that I'm not 100% sure about, until I'm able to get more information on it. Okay. I got some information that has been consistent, but I just feel like for some things I'm not 100%. I'd feel more comfortable if I knew just a little bit more before I speak on it. But anyway, I don't, with my situation, no, I wasn't, as far as I know, okay, trafficked or kidnapped or anything like that. Okay. I've spoken about mine enough. Okay. Don't know my father's role. Although my father is just in another dimension, just another world. So I'm not quite sure anything was nefarious on his end. I really don't know. Okay. I don't feel that, but I don't know. He was in his own world, doing his own thing, living his own life, minding his own business. But what I'm getting to is, when you find out the truth of, who it is that you belong to, who it is that you came through, how we have our affirmations. I am wonderful. I am whatever. Okay. That is recommended that we do daily. I would say for those of you who know the truth and whatnot, good evening to whom is ever in here. I would say add that on. I am the child of, okay, your actual birth parent. Okay, say their name, say their names. Okay, because that energy of that person who was your caregiver, who was nefarious to you, it's going to be there. You know, like if they had you, like for myself, well, this person had me since I was an infant, So of course, I may sound like her. I may have some of her mannerisms and whatnot. It's like children sometimes who are born and you think one person's a parent because that child looks just like that person. And then you do a DNA test and it's like, that is not that person's biological child, you know? Just so many happenings in the world. And sometimes it's like what the mind believes, okay? You're told something, or a person thinks that or whatever, what the mind believes, okay, can make something seem to be something that it's not, you know? So, I think that's personally, if that's your situation, and don't make something be that ain't the case. Okay. It ain't glamorous, it ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be because it seems to be the trending topic of the day, that you take on, and it's like that's not even your situation. You know what I'm saying? But when you find out it is, I am the child of. It reminds me of the movie Black Panther. Was that it called? What, Black Panther? Black Panther. Yeah, the first one. When Black Panther, the character, when the guy from the hills, I can't remember his name, wanted to fight him for the throne, and he was pretty much kicking his ass. And then his mother, Angela Bassett, looked at him when he was down and said, "Remember who you are." You know, and like we find, like even in like when I was belonged to the Hebrews, the last name was son of or daughter of, to indicate to the world who you were. Okay, like we have our last names. Okay, my situation is not a father situation. Hell, as far as I know, but and I don't think that's the case, but definitely the maternal situation. I am the daughter of. Okay, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am the daughter of. To release that energy of that person who. Now, we're not talking about someone who treated you well and was loving. They wasn't nefarious to you. They didn't do no black magic witchcraft on you. they didn't steal shit that belonged to you. You know what I'm saying? And try to trap you up somewhere so you wouldn't have no friends, no love, no. Not we're not talking about that. People who loved you, no, unless you want to. Unless you want to. To again release that energy, of that lion ass energy. Okay. One thing that was done to me, I feel, was, we go through our stages in life, as young people, sometimes maybe elementary school age, definitely, that middle school age, or what we used to call junior high school, or even teenage years, where it weighs on us of not feeling attractive, kind of that comparison type of thing, or feeling like, I'm not this skinny enough, or this enough, or that enough, not pretty enough, and all of these types of things. And I feel like that was something that I went through heavily for years. And I feel as though, and there was just times, many, many, many times, I didn't feel like myself. It's just like I said, I always say, like, I knew something wasn't right up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That was just a part of it, but many times I did not feel like myself. Sometimes it felt like myself was trapped within my being, that I couldn't. Now, usually when I was away living out of state, that really wasn't an issue. I didn't know why. I was like, well, what's the difference? Usually when I was away, I had no problems with a lot of things that I would find that became problematic when I moved back home. I didn't know why. And I'm like, I know somebody did something to me, but I just couldn't figure out who it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of some crazy girl from college or something like that. You know, and then to find out what I found out. So that is one way that this person, I feel, tries to still work on me wherever they may be. Like I said, I believe she done taught mustard some things because it's like I know her energy work. I know the work that she does on me. I remember how I felt. I remember what I thought. I remember these things. So when these things creep back up out of nowhere for no reason, and, you know, especially when I'm doing the work on myself that needs to be done. It's like there's no reason for me to feel like this or think this way or whatever. This, that shit. Okay. This is that shit, you know, and probably continuing on. Okay, because you can get a person, I feel like, to think less of themselves. Like the lady who raised me, her brother one time was telling me that he was in the military. He was telling me one of the first things that they were taught in the military was to, you know, those that they were fighting against, to definitely not call them by name. You know, have names for them. You know, bad names. You know what I'm saying? Like I call Mustard Puss, but that's what she is, okay? Or whatever the case may be, you know, gooks, niggas, all of this type of thing, okay? But what it is, not so much for the person that you're fighting, but for yourself, to lessen them as human, okay? To make in your mind not really look at them as human, but as an object to basically be annihilated, not as a human being like yourself. So I feel like that is one of the tactics that these people will use, you know, if you, and then to make you say these things to you, for you to feel less than human, okay, or like you don't measure up, making you completely insecure. Now, like I said before, one thing that a human being definitely wants to feel is secure, okay, in the world. Okay, big world, small world, whatever. I feel like human beings want to feel a level of security. Okay, to strengthen them. It strengthens you when you feel secure. Okay, like one of the gospel songs, safe and secure. I'm safe in his arms. Okay, there you feel secure, you feel safe, you feel strong. Okay, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, gives me strength, okay, because in his arms, okay, or in God, the arms of God, so on and so forth, I feel secure. So, you know, one way to hurt another person is to put them in a state of not feeling secure, not feeling safe. How, you know, by berating them, okay, what is it, you know, defaming them, you know, telling them, and you know, the emotional abuse, telling them they ain't shit, you ain't gonna never be you ain't gonna be nobody, this, that, and the other, okay? Then they lose it, especially if it's a person that there is someone who is a caregiver, okay, a mother, father, whatever, who, you know, you are relying on, you know, for a sense of helping you to become a grounded human being, okay? Okay. And even if it's not that, you know, people do that, like, you know, what I had to deal with Mustard over there, you know, with all her videos berating me and lying and saying these things about me that weren't true, and her teeth is veneers and all of this kind of thing. Okay. It was to berate me, to try to make me feel insecure, you know, and not safe, not stable, you know, on this platform. But you have to find the security within yourself. Now, child, you know, we're supposed to teach them these things so that as they, you know, when, you know, what does it say? Something about teach a child or something in the way they should go. So when they're not old, they will not depart from it. Okay, so as they get older, they have these teachings within them to help them. Now that they've been kicked out of the nest, now you go on out there and, you know, you be an adult and adult in the world. But here you have been given the tools in which to do this. So we are there to help them to be, you know, to be grounded, you know, rooted and grounded like that tree, you know, planted by what? The rivers of water, the life-giving waters. These words that we give to them are life-giving or not. Okay, life-giving, so that they can be rooted and grounded as they grow and develop and sprout out and feed, help the earth to breathe and feed and the birds and all the other little insects that come along eating up off that tree. Okay. So that was one of the things that was done to me, because there was no reason for me to feel the way that I would feel. So, when that's something that's constantly thrown at me. Now, when you're not aware, you don't know. You think, oh, it's just you. Now, sometimes, I'm not saying this all the time, somebody black magic, witchcraft and shit. It's enough shit. Well, I feel like it is. Even if it's shit from like off social media and the media telling you, you ain't shit, you ain't up to par. Basically, this is what we're constantly being told, okay? By having people thrown at us and up all up in our face, like this how you should be, this how you should be, this how you should be, aside nothing. So on and so forth. It should be like this should be like this should be like this, and these are the quote unquote stars. Okay, whatever. Like I was watching a video the other day. I saw a piece of a video and they were talking about like people don't know, these celebrities, they buy these magazine covers or they buy the stars, they can buy these things. Not that they're, the awards, not just, oh, your music was the best, and so we, so you won this award, but even the best according to who? A few people, and we the collective, we just say we agree with it and agree to it. As if we agree with it and agree to it, then it pushes the agenda, okay, further and forward, okay, whatever the agenda may be. We don't question it. We just think that this is the real world. But anyway, okay, so it's just kind of like, like, listen, I don't belong to you, I don't belong to you. I'm not your pet. I'm not your slave. I'm not your whatever, that you thought. You understand what I'm saying? So to rid that energy, that's got to go, So I found that was one excellent way in which to assist with that. And it's just the reality. No, you are not you are my caregiver, okay, or caretaker, whatever word it is, caregiver, whatever, but you're not my mother, my biological mother. And when I looked back on it a little bit, and I was times I was like, what, at times she really didn't even act like it. I thought she did because that's what I was told she was, but she didn't necessarily act like it. She did act like a caregiver. She did act like, that's what her role was with me. But anyway, so that's part of my affirmations. When I do my affirmations daily, say my affirmations, and that's one of them. I am the daughter of, okay, this person who I discovered, found out this is my birth mother. I am the daughter of, even the family name, So anyway, that's just that, okay, to release and remove that energy. Okay. Now, I'm going to do a reading. I got my tarot apocalypses. Y'all know I do sometimes a little talk about these people. I really didn't want to talk about this, but I'm being led to, and hopefully this will be the last time. But we'll see what thus saith the Lord. Mustard puss. Now I'm going to show you this to give you all a good example of what I'm saying, so you can see. This. Oh, you can't really see it, can you? Oh, there we go. This is like a text that she sent today. Maybe I'll put it in my community tab. I wish I could show you guys. Okay, you see my phone is cracked. This phone is old than a motherfucker. Okay. Now I'll read it. I wanted you to all to be able to see it clearly. Okay. But this is the type of thing that I get. Now the number is area code 480-210-2402. Now people talk about these burner phones and all of this type of shit. I don't know anything about that. One time, a long time ago, I got one of them numbers or one of them apps. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know, burn number or whatever, for my what do you call it? A tarot business or whatever. I really didn't use it. I didn't like it, so I didn't really use it long. Okay, got rid of it. So I don't know if these numbers, if they have specific numbers or how these phone numbers are chosen. I have no clue. Okay. But once again, the area code is 480. The number is 210-2402. Now 480 is in, where was it? Like Arizona. Happy holidays, Kenyatta. Happy holidays, exclamation point, Kenyatta, comma. Now, I don't feel as though, I feel maybe she tried to take notes with the last, you tried to take notes with the last thing when I was telling you about the comma and whatnot. But there's no need for you to have it here. But you can, well, you should, but the A for ass doesn't have to be capitalized, okay? As the year comes to a close, it's a good time to review your eligibility for the Self-Employed Tax Credit Fund refund. We're here to assist you. Please let us know when would be the best time to contact you and discuss how we can help. No period, no anything. Now, I don't know if I was supposed to call this number back, if I was supposed to text to this number or anything, but my good government name, if you follow her shit, okay, is Nikki-Kenyatta. It's like, those names like Anne Marie, where you have, two first names for one name. For any kind of business, I don't use Kenyatta. I've only used Kenyatta as my first name on my social media platforms. YouTube, Facebook, okay, for when I started doing my tarot and all of that kind of stuff, my readings publicly. So the only way that someone whoever this is, Mustard Puss, is pretending to be any kind of company, they would not call me Kenyatta because I don't use that. We're here to assist. I don't know who we are. I don't know. I guess I was supposed to respond to please let us know when would be the best time to contact you and discuss how we can help. How you can help what? How you can help what? Who are you? There's nothing here to indicate who you are or anything but company, nothing. I didn't ask for assistance. I didn't ask for anything. But see, these are the things. I guess I was supposed to jump at self-employed tax credit refund. I was supposed to jump for joy at the possibility of money coming to me. Okay. These are the things. See, people who do these types of things, they try to trap you by the things that would be exciting to them, what they want, what they would go for. So this is how they try to trap you. This goes back into what I was kind of saying earlier, the whole, when I called it the affirmation of self. Okay. Knowing yourself, knowing who you are. Okay. It's interesting. Like sometimes I will listen to some readers and I'm listening to these because a lot of the readings are the same. Even readers who you wouldn't think. I'm hearing the same thing. The same things are happening here. And that's okay. You know, it ain't just like it's a handful or a couple, it's a lot that are saying the same thing. So this is what I feel energetically is what's going on with a lot of people. And one thing that I hear consistently is this thing of, the person who being attacked, like one of the reasons they're attacking you is because you don't fit in. But a person who doesn't fit in, who knows themselves, and we're talking beyond the age of 18, beyond high school. Nowadays, these young people nowadays are so very self-aware, very so self-aware, much more so than when I was, that age. I feel like my generation was at that age. I mean, we were to an extent, but not like they are now. I feel it's almost like some of us is like, they absolutely know who they are at such a young age. But who would want to fit in? Why would a person who doesn't, I don't understand that adults thinking that way. One of the reasons to attack is because they don't fit in. You might see that in elementary school. You might see that in elementary school. They don't fit in. So that poses somewhat of a danger when there are a group that sees someone that doesn't quite fit in, then that group does not feel safe. They don't feel secure because there's someone around that looks like them, but they're not like them. So, I mean, we see that, with the isms and whatnot in our world. Okay. Not just here in America. Goddamn. Okay. Hot hair. All this hair. Which I kind of like. It's kind of I like the last set of braids I had better, but I got to get used to these though. Okay. I wanted the ombre, but I said, now let me just try this first with the blonde and the black. Okay. But anyway. So, it's attack when you don't feel safe, when you don't feel secure or insecure, right? You attack. People attack. Animals attack, or hit at, or, something because they don't feel safe. They don't feel secure. So they attack. But since we, are supposed to be thinking creatures, at a certain age, that a person, quote unquote, not fitting in, and who's probably not trying to fit in with you, that you would be able to see and clearly, hopefully, well, that person poses no danger to us because they're not trying to fit in. They're their own person. They're their own self. We, the collective over here, okay, we choose to kind of follow, be followers. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. But if you choose to make it a bad thing, then that's what you choose to do. Okay. Because really, right about now, everybody's different, right? Everybody's unique, right? That's what everybody says. I remember, when I was younger, I had my nose pierced. I got my nose pierced when, how old was I? I probably was about 19 years old. And back then that wasn't no thing. Definitely not in no Cleveland, fucking Ohio. But when I was a kid, my dad would come pick me and my sibling up. My parents were separated. Well, him and the lady that raised me, they were separated. And I don't know if they were divorced at that point, but they damn sure were separated. So one day, he would come on Saturday sometimes to pick us up. And one time he came and she made it clear to us that he didn't have his car. So we were going to be on the bus. We never rode the bus. We weren't kids who rode the bus, So, don't feel, certain way. Don't be mad or upset because his car is down. Okay. So I had to be about 5 or 6 years old. So he comes to get us. We're on the bus. Now I was born in 1972, according to the papers that they drew up. So it was probably about 1977. Okay, 1977, 1978. Okay. So there's an area here. We were on the bus on the corner of Noble and Euclid, okay, which is East Cleveland. And a lady gets on the bus and she had very, very long locks, very beautiful locks. And she had her nose pierced. Now we're talking about 1977, 78 in Cleveland, fucking Ohio. I looked at her. I was so in awe. I just was so in awe. I thought she was absolutely beautiful. Had never seen anything like it. But I just remember looking at her thinking to myself, I'm going to have my hair like that one day. And I'm going to have an earring in my nose one day. Okay. Well, when the time came around, many moons later, there was come to find out years later, someone told me, yeah, that area of Noble back then, there was a Rastafarian community. Because I saw another man not that long after, well, a few years, but I was still a kid. I wasn't a high school kid or anything. He had, really long locks. Okay, not the manicured, like locks. Okay, they weren't. I would imagine they were free-form locks, especially for that time period. Okay, but anyway. So many, many moons later, but I always remember her, and I always remember how in awe I was of how beautiful she was. I thought she was beautiful. And I remember she was colorful. I don't remember exactly what she had on, but it was colorful, her attire. And so many moons later, I never forgot that. I was determined I was going to have that. Didn't know when, but I go to Howard University in Washington, D.C., okay? Chocolate City, okay? Black folk from all over the fucking earth in Washington, D.C., not just on Howard's campus, but in Washington, D.C., period. Wow. And the lady who raised me and my grandmother, they took me there. It was my second year of college, but my freshman year there. I'll just say my first year there because all my credits transfer, but my first year there. So we get there, and I wasn't staying in a dorm on campus. I didn't stay in the freshman dorm, in the quad. I stayed in Eden Plaza, okay? And Eden Plaza was all-girl dorm. Then there was the alley, and then the next dorm, at the end of that alley was Sutton Plaza, which was co-ed, okay? But I stayed in Eden Plaza my 2 years, and we get there. It was something trying to get there because of all the circles in DC. I never seen no shit like that before. Go off this exit. I think we missed the first one the first time or whatever, but finally we made it, okay? And I don't remember, did we go on campus? I'm sure we went on campus. I don't remember her taking me on campus. I just remember the whole dorm situation. And just about every girl that I saw had a nose ring. And I remember thinking, yes, I said I was going to get that. Now's the time, And Lady Raised Me told me, she looked at me, she said, you better not come home. Because I'm telling you, just about every girl we passed had a nose ring. She looked at me, she said, you better not come home with that thing in your nose, I said, okay. Mind you, this is my second year of college, my first year there. So I come back home, and I was working in a mall, Severance Mall. Okay, Severance is an outside mall now, but back then it was inside mall. And there was a kiosk. They had these kiosks, right? And there was a kiosk I worked at. I don't remember the name of it, but the guy who owned it, I thought he was Latin, okay? And he had this really big, thick mustache, okay? And he had all of this like South American, attire and jewelry and everything. So I worked there, and I worked in the listen, I had one summer, I had like 3 jobs. Was it that? Not that first summer, though. It might have been my second. I might have got that my second year, that nose ring. But anyway, that year I had worked at Cinnabon in the mall. I worked there at the mall, and I was working at a factory. I was just always moving and going, okay? But anyway, and so it's so funny now. I think about how people, their minimum wage is like they're starting at $11 an hour, $15 an hour. I told my daughter, I remember when they raised it to $5 an hour, and like we were so happy because it was like three something an hour, when I was a kid. And then they raised it to like $5. I was like, yes. But anyway, so what was I saying? So I was because it was in the middle of the mall, it was right across from Woolworth, and Woolworth had loved Woolworth, but it had a diner. And so it was just a lot of people would, go past that particular area of the mall. So this lady comes past one time. I met so many people. I was just so talkative. I talked to so many people. So this lady comes by, this black lady comes by. She was just talking my ear off a little bit. We had a great conversation. She had a nose ring. And I told her, I was like, oh my God, I want my nose pierced so bad, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Excuse me. She says to me, I'll pierce it for you. And I was like, you pierce my nose? This was like a week before I was supposed to go to school. Into the summer. She was like, yeah, I'll pierce it for you. I was like, how? And she said, well, all I got to do is just numb it with some ice. And she had a needle and thread, and she, just push it right through. I said, okay. Where are you going to get the ice from? She was like, right over there at Woolworth. We were right there by the kitchen. She was like, right over there at Woolworth. I said, okay. She came back the next night. Went over there, got some ice, numbed my nose, quote unquote. I don't know if my nose was just wet and cold or what, but she did. She took that needle, a straight needle, sewing needle with that thread, and she pushed it right through. Put the knot on the, the thread. And lady who raised me came pick me up. And she looked at me. She said, what's that in your nose, girl? And I told her what it was. But by that point, I'm thinking, I'm 19, I'm grown or whatever. And she just messed up your face, Well, I kept picking with it. And eventually it came loose and it fell out. So it wasn't pierced. So yeah, that was after my sophomore year, because I was going into my junior year and I was staying in Sutton Plaza. I was staying with a new person I met. Okay. But anyway, so anybody familiar with DC, Georgia Avenue, there was the Blue Nile bookstore. Love the Blue Nile. It was a bookstore. You could get any blackity black, black and sack, black and blue, black. Okay. Anything black. Any book, anything about black folk was in there. They had all the oils. They had the African. I had this really beautiful, I bought from their this straw African purse. I was thinking about that purse the other day. Like, why did I get rid of that purse? But anyway, I was trying to figure out where I could go get my nose pierced. And some people told me they do that to Blue Nile. Went to the Blue Nile and they pierced it with a gun, And that was that. Now, why I got off in all that, I don't remember. Okay, but it'll come back to me. But I don't use, about the difference, about not fitting in. So back then, and then I went to school with that year back on campus with no hair. I had cut off all of my hair. Okay. And the story behind that is I had gone natural my sophomore year, because I was all into black power, black culture, black everything, and I was like, I don't want to look like no white woman by the head. This was my thinking. I grew the perm out and everything, and I tried to grow it out as much as possible. The lady I went to go get it cut, the rest cut off. This lady, she was really excellent stylist. My hair, it was like a high top fade. And this hot top thing, like Kid from Kid and Play, okay? And my hair was so soft, it just was like, I never really dealt with it. Like, I didn't know what to do with it, you know? It wasn't like just a round fro. She just cut it like that, you know? I didn't know what to do. And it was so soft, if the wind blew a certain way, it would literally lean to the side. So I kept getting it cut shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter because I simply did not know what to do with it. So I come home for that summer, and I asked this lady, kept one of these lady barbers, which is fine. I asked her, I said, will you cut off all my hair? You know, the rest that's left. She said, no problem. She cut it off, but she left a patch, like this patch of hair up here. It was terrible. And it looked crazy. So I went to my brother's barber about a week later and told him, I said, cut it off. He was drunk than a motherfucker, but he said, if I cut it off, you'll be basically bald because I have to even it off. I don't care. So he did. Gave me a nice, really nice, I don't know, what do they call it? Caesar fade, whatever the fuck. Okay. I had no hair. I had peach fuzz. Okay. But I didn't care. You know, get that shit up off me. And it come to find out it looked good. I liked it. I go back to school. I'm bald. And people were shocked than a motherfucker, even back then for Howard's campus. We talking early 90s. What was that? 92. There were like maybe, I saw 2 other girls on that campus with their hair like that. And then I get my nose pierced. Well, at that time, honey, you know, anywhere, that looked crazy to people. That was really different. Not only you fucking bald by the head and you're a girl, you got your fucking nose pierced. That was like the weird people who did. That's how they looked at that. The nose piercing wasn't too bad there, but the bald head was, and the nose piercing. You know, so I got called all kind of names left and right. Okay, everywhere. Okay, I didn't care. You know, I liked it. It looked cute to me. You know, and as a matter of fact, people got so used to it that thought that they couldn't picture me any other way. And it was a rare thing. So, you know, but these things are common today. Piercings everywhere, you know, women cutting off all their hair. That's not a big deal, you know. Very few people, especially black people back then, I feel, were tattooed like they are now. Okay. I always liked them. I got my first one when I graduated from college. Right, yeah. It's just different. So I'm talking about difference and people, everyone's unique. Not really. Those things were different. When people did that, those were the kind of people that were ostracized. And that really wasn't much. A bald head and really wasn't completely bald, but a bald head and a nose ring, you know, I did. We were here, there, you know, I got called names, you know, all kind of shit. People threw at me, but I didn't give a fuck. So this thing about hearing people say this as they're reading that these people feel this way, you don't fit in. It's like, wow, that's pretty juvenile. This is something you find children doing. But again, children, you keep them for so long, a certain amount of years, so that they can, and you teach them certain things, and you give them the nurturing and nourishment even, physically, so on and so forth, that is needed so that they feel rooted and grounded in the world so that they feel safe and secure like a tree planted by the rivers of water, who brings forth its fruit in its season. You know, okay, I can't remember all the script, all the verse right now. Psalms 1. So that's weird. But it speaks, I feel like, for, well, hell, what am I talking about? That's the world we live in. You know, when you find nations or whatever and groups and got these isms and groups formed around KKK and or whatever other kind of groups there are. I'm not just saying that one to attack people because they're different, because they don't fit in to that particular group, to your particular group. So let's go attack and kill. But these things with these people who are targeted, whether they're targeted by, you know, the government or whatever the fuck, or targeted by, you know, supposed family and supposed friends and all of this type of shit. It's one thing, they want your motherfucking inheritance. Okay. It's interesting though, they want even out here your spiritual inheritance, which is interesting. They want your gifts. But yet they want one reason they want to get rid of you is because you don't fit in. But yet they want your gifts. It's not logical. It's like, you know, what they're seeing, you. It's not gifts here and you here. Your gifts here and you here. It's all intertwined. So they want to they're looking at it as separate. Get rid of you and take this. And it's like, no, it fits with that person, just like yours fits with you. Whatever that may be, but that you're completely ignoring. Or afraid to manifest, or you know, afraid to acknowledge because you don't want to be looked at as different, so that you're not attacked by whom, whatever. So what are you going to do? Take those gifts and keep them a secret? Or you just take those gifts from someone you say doesn't fit in, doesn't make sense? So just back to the text, it's like this is one way, this is how I feel like some people do their attacking. They're attacking you based on what is meaningful. I've said this before. Okay, hello to the two people that are here. And I'm going to say it again. They're attacking you based on what is meaningful to them. Not realizing or giving it 1 second's thought that what's meaningful to them may not be meaningful to you. Usually when she sends me some kind of weird, whatever, text, email, it has this money around it. Money. It has something to do with money. This is what is meaningful to her. So in her mind, in her thinking somewhere, it has to be meaningful to me for me to, because you must respond to this. Aren't you going to respond to this? I'm telling you there's money here somewhere. Aren't you going to respond? And in 2 years, I haven't. But this is where, well, I'm sure you're watching. Okay, this is where you're stuck. Money. Even when I gave the lesson, I was being silly and sarcastic, but it's still truthful. Anything, you know. See, it's even rereading it is obvious that in my thinking, who would respond to this? What person would respond to that? Well, then it hit me. She will respond to it. That's why she's sending it to you, thinking you will respond to it. Okay. As empty, I gave a whole lesson. I gave a lesson. There's nothing here except the idea of money. Like one email she sent me the other day, something about $675,000. But that's where you're zoning in at money, but not the whole picture. And regardless, I wouldn't respond anyway because I know it's bullshit. It's really sad. I've made jokes and laughed and, called a woman mustard and all that kind of stuff. And it reeks of desperation for whatever it is she's trying to accomplish and achieve. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever it is you're trying to achieve and accomplish, I don't know. I don't care. And I happened to come across the video one day. Sometimes I like to read the comments, people's comments. And I saw something that I said, this is her. It's about at least 10 comments. Long paragraphs, complete run-on sentences. And it was just illogical. It was like the reviews that I would get on my app from her or from you. And I said, this is her because there are things in here that she has stated, that you've stated, that I've stated in a series of my videos. One thing that I do when I speak, I say a lot. Oh, the lady that raised me used to get on me about that. It's filler. You don't know what to say, or maybe you're not sure about what you're saying, you're not clear about what you're saying, or you're not sure that you've explained what you're saying clear enough, etc., etc. I say it a lot. So I've done it so much for so many years, and I'm not even really conscious of it. Especially if I'm talking fast, because I tend to move fast. That might be that Aries thing in me. I don't know. And if I'm not clear, I'm thinking, am I clear? Is what I'm saying clear to whom I'm speaking with? Now, I have my comments closed. I might have even done it a lot when I was lecturing, when I was teaching college. But probably not, because I would try to, you up there teaching as a professor, you want to teach with authority. Not as if you don't know. And that constant, it is saying that I'm not sure. Sometimes it's saying that. Or are you clear? I'm not sure if you're clear. Or I'm not sure on this. I'm not 100% sure on this particular topic. I might be wrong. It just like I did just now, I just caught myself. There's so many reasons a person has filler, is one filler. There are many others that people have. How will I be perceived? Etc., etc., etc. So as I'm reading it, the person was, no one writes that. People don't usually write their fillers. They speak it. They don't usually write it. Because they're writing, it gives you a time, especially if you are not in front of anyone. You're writing you to paper, you to screen, you to keyboard, not you to another person, to an audience. It's very personal. There's no thought of judgment. So if there is, what are you able to do? Erase it. Erase it. Clear it. Hit submit. I don't like it. Edit it. Clean it up. It's different. Writing is different than when you're speaking. Think about it. If you're one of those people who speak with fillers, you know isn't the only one. You know you don't write your filler when you're writing a sentence. Now, that might seem a little crazy to be reading comments. I'm not the only person who reads people's comments under people's videos. They're there for a reason. For people to comment and for people to read. You can put your thoughts out there publicly to be shared with whomever, just like and it was every other word you know. Every other word you know. I said, no one writes like that. People don't write like that. People who use fillers don't write like that. They don't write you know. Even if it's just off the head, off the top writing. You don't do that. Now, I'm sure at some point I'll get a video in my algorithm talking about that. Gotta love YouTube, right? And I was reading and I said these are things that I've said. Not one or two things. Quite a bit. I said, this is her. But the more I read, the more it was not disheartening is not the word. It was disturbing. It's very disturbing. But I've seen her do it before. This woman, it made me think of Beloved or Beloved. What do you say, Beloved or Beloved? The movie with the book that Toni Morrison wrote. I remember the movie. It's really dynamic scene when Oprah's character, you know, she was getting worse and worse and worse by this spirit that was haunting her or possessing her daughter, whom she killed so that they would not take her and enslave her and do all manners of atrocities to her, like what was done to her. She was saving her child. But that spirit came back. I don't remember how it came back. I just remember it did. I think I showed that movie my first year teaching, maybe my second semester teaching religious studies. I don't remember why. What my specific reason was, but I showed that film. Anyway. And remember, somehow the young girl, her youngest daughter, I think that was the youngest one that was living. They found out what was happening in the house. And the old women, I'm looking at my sistrum over there, okay? Said, we got to do something about this. We got to exorcise this demon here. Okay, or this spirit. Clear this out. Sage got it. And they all got together. And they went over there in front of that house and they called out that spirit. And that spirit came out. That was taking over the spirit, her daughter's spirit. And she was screaming and she disappeared. Okay, so they, exorcised it out. What is his name? Bishop C.H. Mason, in his prayer, the prayer, you can find it on YouTube. He said, not in, devils. Cast the devils out. Out of the mind. Loose here. Remember in church? Loose here, Satan. Okay. Get thee behind me. Loose here. Loose here. I remember a little girl seeing that in church. Loose here. They put their hand on your back. Loose here, Satan. Cast the devils out. Not in, devils. Cast the devils out of the mind. Remember one time there was what was it? A revival. It's a little older, much older. And there was a revivalist was there, and a man was like writhing on the floor like a snake. He was doing this thing. Man, cast that spirit out. Now, some people, you see this stuff on TV and all this kind of stuff. I would see this stuff in church. Matter of fact, something was cast out of my mind when I was real young. I was in my, how old was I? 20s. I was in my 20s. I was a flight attendant. And unfortunately, I was based in Newark, New Jersey. I was living in New Jersey, and that flight attendantship was for the birds, okay? Ugh, I did not like that at all. But anyway, it could have been because I was on them small propeller planes. And flight attendants often shared apartments and stuff. It's just the nature of it. Well, anyway, you know how they used to tell you back in the day, don't put on people's clothes. Don't use their combs. Don't use their brushes. Don't put on none of their shit, okay? You hear a lot of now, don't eat nobody's food. Well, we had to have a certain coat to be a flight attendant. And if you didn't have your coat, they would dock points off. I mean, it was this hierarchical thing. It was just, it was real tight and strict. To go to Allentown, Pennsylvania. Okay. And I forgot my coat one day. I was like, oh, shit. Forgot my coat. Okay. So I asked a roommate, could I borrow her coat? And she said, yeah. I borrowed this woman's coat. Why did I do that? There was something on that coat. There wasn't too kosher. Okay. And that thing didn't want to let go of me. So, because I was a flight attendant, I could get on. It was for Continental Express. I could ride any Continental airline for free. I just would have to wait to make sure that there were seats. There were always seats. I got to sit in first class all the time. It was fun. So I was off, and every time I was off, I would get on a plane. I wouldn't even go back to my apartment, get on a plane, go home. I came home. Revival. I'm sitting there on the pew, second row. right by the aisle that the bishop was walking down. And he saw and he looked and he put his hand down on that pew and he, come out. What Bishop Mason say, not in, devils, cast the devils out. The mind. By the end of that service, that unclean thing was gone. I told the lady who raised me, and I told him I had worn this lady's coat. And that's when it started. Only a few days. I don't know if she was the person to tell. Okay. But anyway, nevertheless, when I went back, I moved out. It was my roommate's coat. I moved out. And boy, was she mad at me. I didn't owe her any money. I didn't owe her anything. My money was all paid up. She called me and cussed me. And she had a good talking to. I'm sorry. I know. Click. Sometimes I don't say anything negative about medication to assist us on our way. There's nothing wrong with a person needing medication. Not at all. That should help. I grew up, in our community where you felt like, especially growing up in church, but definitely in our community. I mean, I'm born 1972, goddamn. We come right up out the 60s. That wasn't looked favorably upon. And then especially, in the church, Lord to take care of it. I had a friend that I went to college with, and we were in New York together. When she got back home to where she was from, she was having some anxiety. And she was telling me she went and got some medication. She would talk to somebody and gave her, and I was like, oh, you shouldn't. She said, Nikki, no, it helped. It helped me, But this was the thinking. She said, it helped me. She said, I didn't take the whole thing. I took half of it, and it helped me, And I went through my spell with anxiety, especially with that perimenopause shit. Okay, I had never had no anxiety. I was up in the emergency room with anxiety attack. Like, what the fuck? I thought I was having heart attacks and shit. Matter of fact, it was so bad one time, I wrote a whole letter to my daughter. Told the lady who raised me, give this to her if something happens to me. She probably still has it. Who knows? She might have took it to the court. See something wrong with her. Give me her money. Anyway. It was an anxiety attack that you will find a lot of people with perimenopause have that. That's one of the top symptoms. I joined like about 5 or 6 Facebook support groups. That's one of and did my research. Like the girl said, you should have did your research. It's one of the top symptoms. Women with that will find themselves in the emergency rooms a lot, especially if they ain't never had no anxiety attack or panic attack. Like that. I had that on the job in that facility one time. I knew what the fuck was happening to me. Okay, that shit hit me. Oh, whoa, what is this shit? But at the same time, Bleeder put the powder in my house too. So I don't know. But anyway, but I'm sure they all took that as an opportunity to say, see, something wrong with it mentally. Give us her money. But anyway, yeah, and I got some medication. I took that pill one time. I felt like the number one son. I was like, wow. Wow. I don't know if I've ever felt this great. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I didn't take it too much after that, because I was scared shit, because of the indoctrination, what I was taught growing up. Okay. But like I said, especially black folks, especially in the church, you pray, honey. The Lord. Well, I'm sure the Lord will, but we got to do our part. God, faith without works is dead. You can believe cows come home, but faith without works is dead. Do what you need to do in your humanity. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, goddamn. Okay. But anyway, after reading that, I was like, this lady needs an exorcism here. Pills, can help the physical, calm that spirit down. But sometimes you need them group of women. I wish my sister was over there shaking. What they was praying and saying, and that spirit came out like, what? Remember how she came out, face all twisted up? What? No. Because it's crazy. And it's not, sometimes it's something to laugh at, but it's not. It's a serious issue there. All right. I'm going to do a reading tonight from the Tarot Apocalypse. I need some new cards, y'all. I see so many cards that some readers use. This is what I was. I don't know who watches my channel. I have no clue. I get off here today. I see 0, 0, 0. I saw 1, 2. They're back to 0. Then I'll get off. It might say 20 views. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes then I'll go in the app. It'll say, if it say 20 views here, then it'll say 3 views in the studio app. You know what I'm saying? And but nevertheless, it always rounds out to about between 20 and 30 some views. Okay, but who knows? Okay, the way they mess with people's numbers, shit, it might be 5,000 views of this motherfucker for all I know, because according to the app, I only have 800 something subscribers, but they keep sending me email, goddamn, bitch, you qualify for the monetizations, bitch. What are you waiting for? Okay, you get this. You can do the membership now. You can do the what is it? The apparel, whatever that merchandise now. You can do the super chat now. And I'm like, how? I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Well, maybe you do, because why are you sending me that? You're approved. Because when I had my old channel, that shit didn't show up till it said 1,000 subs and whatever 4,000 watch hours or something like that. But of course, people wasn't. You heard a little bit of cry about the numbers back then, but not like it is today. It's just really weird. Okay, YouTube needs an exorcism. But anyway, I forgot what I was gonna say with all that. Oh, so this is what I was going to say. I don't know who watches, but if any readers watch who happen to, they're readers who have cards. You have your index cards where you've written all of this stuff. I tried to do one time on my old channel. I just didn't feel like doing it. I ain't had time, and I couldn't think of all the stuff. But there's one person in particular I really, really like. Hers, but it just looked like stuff she just wrote for herself. And I said, I wonder if I ask her, I'll pay her, would you make a copy of those for me? I'll pay you, because it's just so much. I feel some people may not like those, but I like them. And I feel like you can use them in conjunction with your, your tarot card readings. Okay. One thing, I was at the store, one of the stores the other day, and they sell a lot of tarot cards and stuff. And I was looking at the tarot cards. Me and the guy was talking who works there, because he does readings. And he said something about the oracle cards. I said, I don't really do oracle card readings. I said, I'll pick an oracle card at the end of my tarot reading. I said, but I don't do oracle card readings. I find it fascinating, people who do oracle, just, read the oracle cards as opposed to the tarot cards, but, whatever works for you. I said, I might try it one day. I think I did try it. I did try it one day with those cards. They're still kind of packed up. What are they? Well, it says something, what is it? Psychic Tarot of the Heart or something like that. They seem, well, no, those are tarot. They would seem like oracle cards, but they're tarot cards, not oracle cards. Okay. But anyway, I really like those. So if there's a reader who watches who does that, there's one in particular. I want to email and ask, honey, I'll pay you. If you will copy those and laminate them, I will pay you a pretty penny for that stack. She's got an excellent, excellent stack that she's put together. But some people may find those very personal, may not want to sell them, I don't know. Okay, but anyway, we are going to get into this from the Tarot Apocalypse. Don't know what this is going to be about. I don't have anything in particular in mind, okay? 2 more shuffles from the Tarot Apocalypse. What's today? December 28th. Okay, December 28th. Let's get into it. We have Justice in reverse. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what spread to do. Prince of Swords. Upright. The Lovers. Upright. 4 of Pentacles. In reverse. And here we have the Ace of Swords. Upright. All right, Justice. No justice, no peace, honey. And I am hearing this is how this person feels. Okay. I'm hearing justice will not be served today. Oh my goodness. This is how they're feeling. This is how someone is feeling. Okay. I'm mad. And I want my what? I'm mad. Someone's upset that they want something. They're very angry. They want things to move in the direction that they want them to move them in, not in the direction that you want them to move in, whoever you is, okay? You are not the star I'm hearing. Okay, I am the author, and the finisher of all creative things. Listen, honey, whatever. Of all creative things, all creative projects, etc., etc., etc. I'm hearing this person has lost their mind. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. Okay, they don't want to accept justice. They don't want to accept peace. Okay, this person wants to come in and I feel like destroy something. They're trying some tricky dicky shit. They're trying to be tricky. They're trying to be fun. They're trying to be funny. Okay. I am hearing loose here, just like I was saying, loose here, Satan. So this person has some kind of maybe some kind of spirit attack. Okay, bondage I'm hearing, okay? This person is in bondage. This person is bound, okay? And they're not going to get free. If they're bound and they're not going to get free, they're not going to be able to get free. These other thoughts that they were having, I feel like are just in their mind, okay? Like I said, I heard they've lost their mind, okay? I'm hearing now complete lunatic, okay? No justice, no peace. But I feel like they in the sense of they don't want there to be any justice, okay? And therefore they're not going to allow there to be any peace. No peace of mind for you, for me, for anyone that crosses their path. This is what I'm hearing. Maybe they're on a rampage here, okay? Okay, but they are very mad and they're angry, okay? And they're going to try to try some tricky shit. Okay, but I am hearing it's not going to work in their favor. This may have something to do with maybe love, a lover. I'm hearing a man and woman in the mix. Maybe they're a couple. Okay, they're mad. You, me. They're mad at everybody and everything. Okay. Because there's no justice, flowing in the direction of them, okay? What they feel justice is, okay? What they want justice to be. This is what I want it to be. This is how it needs to be. This is, what they want it to be, but it's not, okay? It's not flowing in their direction. And I'm hearing there should be no quote unquote justice flowing in their direction. I'm hearing these two were wrong. I'm hearing gullible. These two are gullible. Okay, maybe somebody lied to them about something. They were very gullible in believing something here, believing that they would be able to maybe take someone down and destroy them in their character. They were not able to do it. Okay, they can't do it. Their fate is sealed, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Okay. This is something that they need to let go of here. Okay. And I feel like and pursue something different, but I also feel like I said, maybe they or one of them here is going to try something tricky. Okay. Or maybe they did try something tricky and it just didn't work in their favor. Okay. Lying lot is what I'm hearing. Let's continue on here. We have, okay, the devil in reverse, Queen of Swords upright, the Emperor in reverse, okay, Eight of Cups upright, Three of Wands here upright. Okay. Yeah, I feel like with the devil in reverse, obviously whatever it is, this tricky shit that they were trying to do, okay, or maybe they're still going to try or whatever, okay, it's just not working. And I am even feeling the energy that I'm hearing that was on their side. I feel like that they were trying to use, okay, against someone here, okay. It's just not going in their favor, okay. That energy even, okay, has removed itself here from them. I mean, they're not going to be liable, okay, for their foolishness. I feel like that energy, that devil energy here that's in reverse, okay, because, everything got to answer to that has created it, okay, here. Okay, like what I said at the beginning, God is the creator of both the good and the evil. Okay, Satan, where you going? Just up and to and fro. Minding my business. Have you considered? Okay, go to work. Okay, boss. Okay. But I will not be liable for these actions of these two. Okay, they've caused too much trouble, too much mayhem in the lives of others. I'm hearing it again. Satan, the Lord rebuke you. Okay. All right. I cannot line a lot here. Whoever, I think that this Queen of Swords, okay. Hold on, please. This Queen of Swords here. Okay. I feel like they have discovered something. Okay. I feel like they have discovered something. Okay. Like this Queen of Swords, like they hold the key to something. Okay. I'm hearing the word master. I'm hearing the word apprentice. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Here, this is what I see here, this spider's web. All right. It's kind of like, I don't know who this Queen of Swords is. I don't feel like this is whoever these two were trying to, I'm hearing annihilate and all of that type of thing. I don't feel like that's who this Queen of Swords is. I feel like this Queen of Swords here is someone else. Maybe someone with some kind of power here, but I'm also hearing empathy. Okay, they're empathetic to you in your situation. They saw what was happening. They saw what was occurring. Okay, this person here holds the key. Okay, it's like they have the final say in something. Okay, maybe I don't know if it's like a judge or something like that. But this weave here, this spider's web. Okay, this wheel, this weaving wheel. It's like they have the key. They can, I almost want to say like trap, like a spider's web, and that's how the spider, they trap their food in that web. Okay. I feel like this person here has the power here to create this kind of thing here for these two. Okay, I mean, they do. They hold some kind of power. They hold the key. I keep hearing. Okay, um, they will put them in that spider's web. Okay, what though was chosen for you, what they were trying to do to you. I feel like this person here who holds the key, I keep hearing holds the key. Okay, this master, and I keep hearing apprentice at the same time, but they have the ability here, okay, to this web that they were trying to put you in. This person has the power to put them in. Okay, to create this kind of thing for them and put them in that. Okay, I mean, you want to disturb. Okay, you want to control. Okay, you want to disturb. You will be disturbed. You will be controlled. Okay, this is what this person is doing here. Okay, or has done to them. Okay, this person once again holds direction. I'm hearing. Okay, they can make this possibly go in the direction they want it to. All right, hopefully the right direction. Okay, if something was being done here, was being done to you to try to trap you in something, okay, to try to destroy and annihilate you, this person here, okay, watchful, I feel. Okay, they have watchful eyes. They've been watching these two for a long time, a very long time. Okay, but they didn't know it. I'm actually hearing no one knew it. Okay, this person has watchful eyes. Okay, everywhere they go, this person is a powerful person. This Queen of Swords upright, I feel they're a very powerful person. Okay, watchful eyes. They were empathetic to you for some reason. Okay, whatever, I don't know. Okay, but they had watchful eyes everywhere. Okay, these two here were being followed. They were being followed. They were being watched. Okay, as to what here led up to this is what I'm hearing. But I feel like as to what it is they were doing to you here, that's why maybe this devil energy, maybe not the actual devil, but this devil energy that I'm not going to be liable. They know. I feel like this devil energy, whatever or whoever that might have been, knew what they were coming up against in this Queen of Swords. Okay, no. Okay, I'm watchful. I see is what I'm hearing. Okay, I know it's like this devil energy knows who this person is. Okay, I'm not going to annihilate them. Okay, they know the truth. This Queen of Swords, they have the sword, is what I'm hearing. Okay, all right, to make or break. Okay, weaving this web. Okay, okay, chop up, slice down, okay, slice up, destroy with this sword. Okay, this person has power in their hands. They hold the key once again. Okay, but there were eyes watching these two for quite a while. Okay, and they saw what they were doing. Okay, now I'm not sure what this Emperor energy is. Okay, but there was an Emperor here in reverse. Okay, maybe, like I said, I feel like it was a couple, and maybe this one person thought that they were an emperor, some kind of, hey, okay, but yeah, an emperor in reverse. Okay, you don't hold the key is what I'm hearing. You are not the master is what I'm hearing. Okay, you cannot have control. You do not have control over this situation. Okay, I'm hearing I will complete you. Okay, and it is complete. All right, this person, I feel like whoever this Queen of Swords is very confident. Okay, it's not a question of any, just very confident. I'll put it like that. Okay, maybe some kind of law official or some shit like that. Okay, who knows? Okay, but they were watching. Okay, I don't know what they set up. I feel like they might have set up some kind of trap for these two. I'm hearing they did. Okay, like what Mustard Puss is trying to do to me with the text. Okay, but here I feel like they fell for it. Okay, or if they haven't as of yet, they're waiting. Okay, for them to fall for it. But I'm hearing they're going to. Okay, or possibly have already. All right. See something here. They did what they did. This Queen of Swords did what she did, or he, whatever it is, set this thing up for these two, okay, to walk right into it. Okay, and removed themselves. This might have even been somebody, maybe it might have been talking to, like, what they say, like a mole or some shit like that. Okay, might have thought that they were talking to somebody like them. Yeah, help us, work with us, destroy this person. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Okay, and they was talking to this person, or maybe somebody who was watching for this person. Some kind of setup here. Okay, for them to fall right into it. This person, like I said, this person has a lot of eyes, a lot of like watchers, okay, or people that watch for them, okay, and people guarded, okay, and whoever this person is, I don't even feel like these people here on the level of this person, so I can't imagine this person having a conversation with them, okay, they might have sent somebody or whatever. All right, well, let's just keep on going. Five of Swords in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. Four of Wands in reverse. And here we have Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. This was just something, whatever this setup was, this trap or whatever, this was something that they would not win. Okay. I don't even feel like they have the acumen or whatever to even go up to whatever this setup was. Okay. They may not have even realized that they were, well, obviously they were being set up. They didn't realize they were in a game here. Okay. And whatever they were trying to get, which was probably some money. Okay. Because that's usually what it is. Okay. Some money here, it's like they didn't get it. You're not going to get it. They fell, and I'm hearing, and they fell for it. All right. Okay. It was not even something that these two could compete with. Okay. It might have been very easy here. But to the common person, it may look like something complicated. Okay. But to whomever this person is, it was probably very easy. Okay. The same, some typical shit they might do with others if there's some kind of law enforcement or something like that. Okay. It was an easy game. I'm hearing cat and mouse. Okay. Or, I'm hearing also like, what does it say? When the cat's away, the mouse will play, some shit like that. Something like that. But cat and mouse, a game of cat and mouse. Okay. Easy, caught. Okay. No victory here, whatever. I don't know. I be hearing what I do. I be hearing. That's not what I'm to say. I must just say I've been hearing a lot about a house. Maybe it has something. I definitely has something to do with money. It might have had something to do with a house as well. Okay. But with money, house, whatever, whatever they were after, they did not get it. And I'm hearing you're not going to. Okay. It's not yours, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So this person I feel like was watching. Okay. Money, honey. All of this shit, whatever they were trying to do, whatever game they were trying to play to hurt you or whomever, thank you for the one thumbs up, to hurt you or whomever they were going after, so on and so forth, whatever they were trying to do, none of it worked. None of it. Okay. Whatever they were trying to get, they got none of it. Okay. And they will not, is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep on going here. The Fool. Upright. The High Priestess. In reverse. Okay. Three of Pentacles. In reverse. The Sun. In reverse. Okay. And here we have, interesting, Two of Wands. In reverse. Okay. I definitely feel like whatever this was, they played a foolish game. Okay. Like I said, I think I said something earlier about them being lied to. They were, but that might have been part of this setup here. Okay. This person who had been watching them. I feel like they might have been watching these people for about 2 years. At least. Okay. Could have been more. but not much more is what I'm hearing. I mean, like, we're watching you. Okay. And I don't know if that was said to one of these people, both of them, but because I just heard they didn't believe it. Okay. They didn't trust it. Oh, you ain't watching me. Confirmation. You ain't watching me. You ain't watching nobody is what I'm hearing. Okay. I feel like these two here thought that they were smarter. Okay. Than whatever this setup was, but there was no competition here. This was a easy type of a thing for whoever this Queen of Swords is. Okay. Them up. Okay. For the fall. Okay. Again, whatever they was trying to do to you, whatever from you, whatever they was trying to take from you. Okay. They had been being watched. Them and others. Okay. Now I don't know if others means that other people were involved with this, or if there were others just in general, whatever, this is their work, this is what they do. Okay. Watched, law enforcement of something like that. Okay. Okay. But they played this was a risky game, a foolish game, and they played it. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. I don't know, like this emperor it's an emperor in reverse. Okay, this high priestess in reverse. It might have been an emperor in reverse and a high priestess in reverse. Neither one of them are what they claim to be, is what I'm hearing. Okay, claiming emperor status. Okay, not is what I'm hearing. They're not an emperor. Okay, but in reverse. Okay, they want to try to be one. They want to try to look like one. They want to try to act like one, is what I'm hearing. But they are not one. Okay. Foolishness I'm hearing with this Fool card. Okay, they have a long way to go before they could reach that status, is what I'm hearing. And now they probably got an even further way to go after this year. Okay, and this High Priestess in reverse. Okay, they both want to act like they're upstanding citizens. Lord have mercy. Like they're upstanding citizens, and they would never do this or never do this, but they're not here. Okay, this high priestess in reverse, a liar, fraud, manipulator, is what I'm hearing. Okay, they do a lot of magic in the background, black magic, witchcraft. Okay, to try to pretend and to try to make things appear to be a certain way, as though they are a certain way. Okay, but they're not. Okay, they're not a high priestess. Okay, a liar. I'm hearing a liar. Okay, fraud, manipulator. Okay, and again, whatever they were trying to do, it didn't work. They're probably not working with one another. Okay, it didn't work well together, even with what they were doing. Okay, I'm here. We're both liars and frauds. Okay, but definitely it didn't work, and probably I feel like no one else is working. If there were others working with them, they're not now. They're in this sun energy in reverse. Okay, the shit didn't go well. They probably sad, lost, alone, feeling depressed and miserable. What they were looking to gain, what they were looking for, wanting money. Okay, maybe a home, a house, or something like that. Okay, it all came to naught, is what I am hearing. Okay. This is at the bottom of the deck, this King of Pentacles in reverse. Once again, whatever it was that they were looking for financially here, okay, it didn't come to be, okay? And this is where this person sits here, okay? I feel like where they both sit, okay, without any finances, without any money, lost money. I'm hearing lost money, but I'm also hearing lost a home, lost finances, okay? Everything's a big loss. Hold on, please. I'm asking anything else about this, okay? I'm hearing lost their mind, okay? They lost their mind or they're losing their mind. Both of them, okay, are not doing well at this time, okay? Financial oppression is what I'm hearing. Okay. Oppressed financially. Okay. But see, that's probably all that mattered to them in the first place was money. Okay. Just steal somebody's money. Okay. Steal from somebody. Okay. And somebody saw what the fuck was going on, had been watching them, set them up, set their asses up, and they fell for it. Just like they was hoping you would fall for whatever they was trying to set up with you, like this text I got from Mustard over there, hoping that I fall for it. I don't and you got to know something's wrong. You understand? After 2 years, you have to know. It's just, no, that's not going to work. Okay, but anyway, like I was saying earlier, people will hope that you, will go for what is important to them. no matter how it looks. Okay, don't you see body? Okay, but anyway, that's the end of that. All right. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else. All right, I think that's it. I'm not gonna put no oracle cards. They're sitting all the way over there in the corner. Okay. I'm gonna sing one of my favorite church songs to you from back in the day, the men's choir. So when you feel down, okay, it's one of my favorite songs. Oh, I got the victory. Why should I be bound? Oh, I got the victory. Why should I be bound? I got the victory. Why should I be bound? Why should I be bound? I got the Holy Ghost. Why should I be bound? Oh, I got the Holy Ghost. Why should I be bound? I got the Holy Ghost. Why should I be bound? Why should I be bound? Now, let's sing the last part. Now, they say, how does it go? Jesus on the main line. Now, I know a lot of people got a problem with that, and some people don't. So I'm going to sing it two different ways. I'm going to sing it the old traditional way, because that's what folks do, okay? Then I'm going to sing it a different way. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Oh, Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. Now, the Most High is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Oh, the Most High is on the main line. Tell him what you want. The Most High is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. The great mother's on the main line. Tell her what you want. Oh, the great mother's on the main line. Tell her what you want. The great mother's on the main line. Tell her what you want. Call him up and call her up and tell her what you want. Which is interesting because I saw where the great mother had been chained and bound. It's like sometimes we think things aren't literal, but sometimes they are. But remember, what? I got the victory. Why should you be bound? Oh, you got the victory. Why should you be bound? You got the victory. Why should you be bound? Why should you be bound? All right. Anyway, so remember that affirmation. What did I call it? Add the affirmation of self that I talked about earlier. And remember, you got the victory. Why should you be bound? Those who want to bind you are bound by wanting to bind someone else. All right. Well, I'm getting up off of here. I got stuff to do. I got some videos I want to watch. All right, before I hit the hay. All right. Thank you to those who have subscribed to my channel. Thank you to those who watch my channel, even if you haven't subscribed. Thank you to those who are members of my Patreon. All right. And y'all remember, have favor. Peace.